Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're stopping by for the first time, please be sure to subscribe, like, share and comment. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. We have a good time on this channel. So today we are going to Saudi Arabia again. I recently posted a video about the current jobs availability in Saudi Arabia, and the reason I'm doing this video as well is because I want to encourage a lot of people who are trying to relocate to Qatar and Dubai with a job. So today's video is totally different, but then it has a lot of information that you really need to know about. Whether you are in Qatar, whether you're in Dubai, whether you're outside Middle East, wherever you are, these things I'm going to share today will be very, very helpful to you. So make sure you watch this video till the end.
Let's pick up where we left off.
I know I usually make videos about Qatar, how you can come to Qatar and all that, but then today I've been reading through a lot of jobs opportunity. I've been going through different websites. So recently I've been like too much in Saudi Arabia because I've been doing a lot of research about jobs in Saudi Arabia. I've been seeing a lot of people who work in Qatar are currently living and moving to Saudi Arabia. Maybe not because that there are no jobs in Qatar. The reason is because at the moment Saudi Arabia is opening up with a lot of projects. There are so many jobs opportunity, and that's why I did my own research just to find out, because if you go online now, you will find a lot of jobs opportunity in Saudi Arabia. So the reason I'm doing this video basically is to try and encourage you out there, because I know a lot of people are trying to come to Qatar at the moment. And there was a video I shared about the current situation in Qatar. There are so many jobs in Qatar. So many jobs in Qatar as well as in Dubai, but then these two countries have been developing very, very fast, especially Dubai. If I try to remember when I came to Qatar, you won't even know there was a project going on, like a metro World Cup project as well. It started like a long time ago. I came to know about the metro I think in 2018, and I was living here already. I used to hear rumors about the metro in Qatar, like, oh, there's a metro opening up soon. Soon Qatar will have a metro. I didn't believe it, by the way. I really didn't believe it. But then again, if I try to look back, there used to be so many projects like constructions on the road. Like there were so many roads which were closed. So during this period, that's when they were trying to construct the metro, World Cup stadiums, like so many parks, like so many development. I think it's the same thing with Dubai. There are so many projects which were going on, and these projects were encouraging like job opportunities in Qatar. That's why you see from 2015 till 2022 there was so many job opportunities in Qatar. So many, because at that time Qatar was developing. There was so many construction going on. They were opening up a lot of things, so many things. There are so many things in Qatar that have been open, like when I'm living in this country. Some of them I didn't even know. Construction companies, they used to hire a lot of people during that time. The reason I am trying to say this is because at the moment Saudi Arabia is also doing the same thing. Saudi Arabia is opening up. There's a lot of projects going on there, so many of them. I was even doing my own research because I was wondering why a lot of people are moving to Saudi Arabia now from Qatar, going there. But then, like I said, that doesn't mean that in Qatar there are no jobs. There are so many jobs, but then at the moment the jobs are very slow because most of the projects are all done. So there are not so many jobs opportunity like before. Before they used to hire a lot of people, but then now Saudi Arabia is the real deal. Saudi Arabia is the real deal. I've been seeing people moving to Saudi Arabia from Qatar. So in case you're trying to find your way to come to Qatar and you're not getting any job, the same thing applies to Dubai or other countries in the Middle East. I want to encourage you that please give Saudi Arabia a chance. If your career falls on constructions, hospitality, name it, everything. I want to read something. I was doing some of the research trying to find all the projects coming up in Saudi Arabia. There are so many of them, but then I won't read all of them. So the rest you can just go online and do it. I know we have all these things in our head about Saudi, like because of the stories we hear online, but it's the same thing I used to think as well with Qatar, but then I came here. So sometimes it's good to take a risk, and the good thing about these jobs in Saudi Arabia, you can even apply online and get it, because now in Qatar is very difficult. There are so many people in Qatar who don't have a job, and same thing in Dubai. You can ask anyone who lives in Dubai and they will tell you so many people who are there who are trying to change their job. Maybe somebody came there as a waitress or somebody came there as a cleaner, so now they're trying to change into something better. Even if you go online now in all the websites in Qatar, if you're trying to find a job and you're outside Qatar, you will find like most jobs preferred people who are already in Qatar. The same thing if you go in Dubai, you will find preferable people who are already in Dubai. It's very difficult. But then if you go to Saudi Arabia websites, you find that they are willing to sponsor you to go to Saudi Arabia to work there. So some of the projects that I came across that are coming up in Saudi Arabia is and by the way guys, Saudi is bigger than Qatar. Way too big than Qatar, like way too big than Qatar. Qatar is a very small country. It's a very beautiful country, and especially with all the development and everything, Qatar is super beautiful, but then it's a very small country, so all of us cannot fit here. So that's why I'm trying to encourage you, give Saudi Arabia at least a chance. Going through the projects coming up in Saudi Arabia, there are so many of them, like massive Saudi Arabia mega projects, 15 massive development in the making. Here is a look at 15 upcoming major projects set to transform Saudi Arabia over the next years. So one of them is, let me try to read through the projects coming up. One of them is Amala. I don't know about Amala, but then they say that is an upcoming grand project that is set to redefine sustainability. It looks like something about Red Sea development. The Red Sea project. A new luxury resort is set to become a major attraction for tourists visiting the Middle East. Wow, it looks amazing. And then something else is the Riyadh Saudi Arabia historical. I think it will be a historical site. And then the other project is King Salman, I hope I'm reading that right, King Salman Energy Park. It's the same thing that was in Qatar. There are so many parks that were open. Which would be the biggest park, because it looks like one. You can read through it. I'll put the link on the description so you can go and read through it. And then the other project is the line. I've seen this a lot also. Saudi Arabia, the line at Neon is upcoming. Future line city, which will be built using a lot of artificial intelligence and designed through a digital twin. By the way guys, all this information is just online, and I'm just sharing because I did research, so you can do more research on your own. Try to check the upcoming projects and see if it falls on your career. Other project is Oxagon, Saudi Arabia's new building in a floating city. Wow. In the Red Sea. Wow, that sounds amazing. And then the other one is Riyadh Sports Boulevard. We have the same thing in Qatar, which was going on and I didn't know. It was a project in Lusail, and it was recently open in Lusail. It's a very big place, by the way. It's a very big place. It's like a different city. So they have the same thing in Saudi Arabia. It's called Riyadh Sports Boulevard. Now this is something I didn't know about. It's a Riyadh Metro. They are also opening the largest public transport network project in the world. The Riyadh Metro project features a length of approximately 176 kilometers of a railway line. So guys, there are so many projects. Okay, and then the other one is the Red Sea International Airport. Saudi Arabia will be soon home to one of the largest airports. They already have the largest airport, by the way, which is called King Fahd International Airport. So some of the projects which I think that might be open very, very soon is the metro line, the boulevard, the King Solomon Park, and also the airport and King Solomon Energy Park. Guys, I'm gonna put this link of these things I'm reading. It's all, I don't know if you can see everything that I'm reading. Okay, so everything I'm reading is all on internet, and this means that they will have a lot of job opportunity. Also, there is another project coming up, which is Jeddah Tower, which looks like Burj Khalifa in Dubai. It's very huge. Let me show you. Don't know if I can zoom. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it almost looks like Burj Khalifa. It's so beautiful, very, very beautiful. Yeah, so guys, these are some of the projects coming up in Saudi Arabia, a lot of them. And I have seen, by the way, I'm talking from experience, I've seen people who are moving from Qatar going there, especially people who are like architecture, people who work in construction in Qatar are moving to Saudi Arabia. This country is developing and is opening up. In as much people used to think that Saudi Arabia is not a free country, they're trying their best to open up, you know. At least they are coming up with a lot of tourism attraction, a lot of projects and so many things, and they are hiring. So many things coming up in Saudi Arabia. So if you're outside there and you're trying to find a job in Qatar, just know there are so many jobs in Qatar, but then at the same time, there are so many people in Qatar who don't have jobs. And most of the projects that were going on in Qatar, most of them are nearly finished. One of them, which was the biggest project, was the metro in Qatar, and the other project was the World Cup, and the upcoming one, which is the Qatar Expo. So we don't know from next year how it will look like, because there are so many people in Qatar who don't have a job. By the way, everyone is trying to tarmac to look for a job. So believe me, so many companies will definitely consider people who are already in Qatar rather than sponsoring somebody who is outside to bring them in Qatar. The same thing applies in Dubai. The country that you should focus with now, like so much, is Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is opening up and they have a lot of jobs opportunity, so many of them, and even they have the largest airport. If you want to be a cabin crew, if you want to work in any airline, try there now, because they even have a new international airport opening up as well. Try your best. If you want to work in the metro station, they also have a new metro opening up soon. Try your luck there. Go online, because if you go online, they even consider people who are outside, like they give sponsorship. In Qatar, things are a bit slow, but there are also so many jobs, but then companies, they consider people who are already here. Anyway guys, that's it for today. That's what I wanted to share with you. I wanted to just encourage those people who are trying to find a job in the Middle East. Middle East is very, very big, and it has so many countries in it. Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Dubai, Oman, and by the way, what I came to realize is Saudi Arabia is bigger, way bigger than Qatar. Qatar is a very, very small country, very, very beautiful, like I said, with so many things, like so many jobs as well, but then it's not, at the moment, it's not a developing like country like how Saudi Arabia is. So Qatar is already halfway from where it wants to be. So now is when Saudi Arabia is at least opening up. You can see they had so many rules, like they had so many restrictions, but then now they at least they're trying to open up and have so many tourist attraction things. So this is my message to you. At least please give Saudi Arabia a try, please, because even people who are already in Qatar are moving there. The country is opening up, and I can tell you for sure they have good salary. They have way good salary, and now that because they have a lot of projects, go and work there even for maybe 5 years, because I think the project will go on and on and on. I saw this thing about, wait, let me read by the way, about the metro. Riyadh Metro, one of the world's biggest metro project. We are heavily involved in the project management and the construction supervision for Riyadh Metro Line 1, 2 and 3. Stated here the timeline. The project started in 2013 and it will be on up to 2024. So probably the metro will open up by next year, 2024. This metro is in Riyadh. I think Riyadh is the biggest city in Saudi Arabia. So guys, consider Saudi Arabia. That's what I'm trying to say. They have a lot of job opportunities. Stop focusing in Dubai and Qatar only. These two countries are already halfway with their development. Saudi Arabia is starting up and is opening up. Remove that mindset that everyone has in their head. Oh, I don't know, this country is this and this and this and this. Is the same thing. I live in Qatar. It is one of the country in the Middle East, and I can assure you that give it a try. Don't listen to what you see online or what people are talking about online. Go there yourself and see it with your own eyes. Okay, so guys, that's it for today. For those of you who want to find that link I was reading from, I think I'll put it on the description box. Do your own research. Whatever I was reading is not enough. There is more to read about, so do your own research. And if you can find a company that is willing to sponsor you, then I wish you all the best. And so that's it for today, and I hope you've watched this video till the end. Please don't forget to like, share and comment. That's the only way you can support me. Please share the video. By the way, share the video so that it can reach a lot of people who are trying to find a job. And by the way, recently I posted a video about tax in Qatar. These Middle East countries, there is no tax in our salary, by the way. So it's the best country to live in if you want to make money. Anyway guys,